With the NBA schedule finally being released and the season approaching, the Cleveland Cavaliers continue to be the most slept on team in the entire NBA. The beginning of last season was no fluke, and I'm going to tell you guys why the Cavs will be must-see TV once again. What's up everyone? Today I'm once again going to be talking about my favorite NBA team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm finally getting back on that YouTube grind, and I've decided that since I love and know so much about the Cavs, that for the next few months I'm going to be mainly focusing my channel on them. I will still be making videos and documentaries about other teams, but Cleveland is where it all started, and I am beyond excited for what they're going to do this season. I really want to grow an NBA fanbase on this channel, and I would encourage all you guys to put all your thoughts on my videos in the comments below. Even if you don't agree with some things, I would love for you guys to debate, and I will even respond. So if you do enjoy this video, even if you're not a Cavs fan, I would really appreciate your support. It takes only 5 seconds to like and subscribe to help grow my channel and get it pushed out to more people, plus you can always change your mind. After an amazing and surprising season, the Cleveland Cavaliers really showed the whole league how good they can be with their 7-foot lineup. But for some reason, after all the injuries happened, everyone seems to have forgotten. According to the Vegas odds, the betting win total line for the Cavs is only 42.5. So I'm just going to tell you right now, even though I do not promote betting and I never will, that the Cavs are going to get more than 42 wins this next year. In fact, I think they will be a top 5 seed in the East. I know right now in my recent Cavs videos, I've been saying a lot of the same things, so in this video, I'm going to change it up and talk more about why the Cavs are under the radar and what players I think are going to blossom. Obviously, it is the offseason right now, and outside of Collin Sexton, there isn't too much to talk about rumor-wise anymore. But once the season starts, I will have an endless supply of content to make for you guys about the Cavs and other NBA teams and players. So going back to the success the Cavs had last year, it went all the way back to the basics. The number one of 2 reasons they came out of nowhere last year was their chemistry. It just doesn't happen in the NBA anymore, but the whole team liked each other and wanted to be around each other. Even in regular season games, the whole bench would stand up for almost the entire game. There isn't another team in the NBA that does that. The second reason for their success was the 7-foot lineup. This was a very interesting decision early on in the year, but since the NBA is headed towards small ball and 3-pointers, the Cavs lineup really exploited teams that had no paint protection and also teams that couldn't finish around the rim. The paint protection the Cavs had was one of, if not the best in the league, and that led to decent perimeter and 3-point defense as well. Most teams don't have 3 7-footers laying around to practice against as well, so for most teams, it was hard to prepare for a game against Cleveland. Another reason why the Cavs had so much success last year is Darius Garland. After Sexton went down, Garland was handed the keys to the offense, and he took off from there. He showed why he is an elite passer, ball handler, and shooter, and there's a reason the Cavs gave him the biggest contract in franchise history. So for all the reasons I just talked about, plus many more that I haven't gotten to yet, I think any of you could make some big bucks buying into the Cavs because they are so under the radar again going into this season. I personally own over $1,000 of Garland and Cavs rookie cards because I know they're going to be a top 5 team in the East. I also bought them all last year for under $500, so they have already doubled, and I only expect them to go up even more. Now for the players on the Cavs that I expect to blossom, I am going to start with Lamar Stevens. Stevens was undrafted out of Penn State and he's only 25 years old. He's a big physical guy who plays with dog mentality. He sort of reminds me of a bigger version of Isaac Okoro. Stevens showed his potential to shoot from the corner and mid-range, plus he's got better at ball handling. Perhaps his best offensive strength is his ability to make mid-range pull-ups, which has kind of become a lost art in today's space-defined league. And once Stevens develops his 3-pointer even more, he will be able to ditch that pull-up jumper, and he will become an even more effective player. So his shooting potential and his physicality is the reason I think Lamar Stevens could have a breakout season for the Cavs this year. The next player that I think is slept on and will break out this next season is Charis Levert. Obviously, Caris has already proven that he's a good player throughout his time in the league, but he had a rough start to his Cavs career, and I think people were way too harsh on him. Levert is a 20 points per game scorer, and he can create shots for himself, which is what the Cavs have been missing. Although I do prefer Collin Sexton, if Cleveland doesn't bring him back, then the scoring load will be on Levert's shoulders, and I think he will do just fine and have a bounce back season. I've said this in my other videos, but I'll say it again. We have to remember Levert was traded just a few weeks before the playoffs, so he didn't have much time to learn the system, but this time he had a full offseason. That's all I'm going to say for this video. There's so many reasons I think more people need to pay attention to Cleveland, and last season was not a fluke. As we approach this season, I will have a lot more to talk about with this team, but for now, I don't want to keep rambling. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this video, and also critique what I could have done better, and what you want to see next. I could make whatever you guys want, but all I know is that I'm going to continue to consistently make videos about the Cavs no matter what. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for many more videos. If you enjoyed, again make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you all later.